Hi foam friends, this is Gerard Shifting Lens and I have the Proxxon in front of me. I am aware that there are a lot of videos already about the machine and how it works and how you have to build it up and the flaws and the pros and the cons. I want to skip a lot, but still I do want to talk about a few things because I think you might not know them, and if you do, then just skip this video. Anyways, now the Proxxon, this machine is a very nice, very lovely machine, and I've made a lot of use of this machine. If you build it up, it's very straightforward. Again, I don't feel the urge to show you. Go out on the net and you will find a lot of videos about that. But there are a few mistakes that could be made. For instance, if you build up the machine, then you have this little round disc where you have this wire on, and this wire has a tape, and if you remove the tape, you have to be careful. If you rip the tape off and you do not have it solid in your hand, the wire can turn off from this wheel and you have to wind it up all by hand. So that's one thing. But there's another thing. When I attend workshops, a lot of people bring their own machines, and every now and then I see that this little wheel is not well built or placed on the machine. Now, I'm not sure if this is visible for the camera, but the wire comes from the spool, goes to the front into this tiny slit, and then it goes down. So that's the way to go. But every now and then I see people who have it the other way around, and now you see you have the wire first crossing in a 45-degree angle and then go down. Now, in the end, it still gets hot. You can still use it, you can still cut it, but with the wire getting hot, getting cold, getting hot, getting cold, at some point it will snap, but it will snap a lot quicker if you have this angle, because this is a weak spot. So if you assemble, please make sure you have it like this. That's one thing I really would like to point out. So let's place it back. Now, another thing which really annoys me is the dial with which you can set the temperature. Now I will turn the machine so you can see what I mean. So I have this, so you see the on and off switch, obviously, and this is for fastening the wire, but here is the dial, so it goes all the way up to maximum power and then it goes to 0, and actually I'm not sure if it's on 0 now. Let's try. Yes, you see it's burning, the lamp is on, but no, it's not. It is warm, but it doesn't do anything. And if I go all the way up to the max, you will see it will be getting red hot. Yeah, there it goes. Whoa, way too hot, way too hot, whoa, way too hot. So never use the maximum amount of heat, because it will take less than a minute and then the wire snaps and you have to work so fast you melt a lot of more foam away than you intended to do. Now, for me, being as young as I am, it's even hard to see the numbers that are on this dial. And yeah, you can paint them white, but actually everything goes automatically. So if I have to cut a thicker block like this, I put it on the max, a quarter turn, a quarter twist back, and then my heat is good enough for cutting. As you can see, the speed is fine. I don't need, there's no need of haste. The wire isn't turning red. And that is actually the maximum heat I'm using. So you go full out, and then a quarter twist back. And so, yes, it's a complaint, but hey, you can work around it. Sure, it's obvious if I tell you that the wire should be fully upright, 90-degree angle with the work surface. Now, for measuring that out, putting something behind like a piece of foam, you can better see if this alignment is right. To test if your machine is a well-fabricated machine, a well-built machine, you simply turn your machine like this and you measure again. Is your wire at a perfect angle? In my experience, a number of machines, I cannot say 50%, maybe less, but not that much, maybe 4 out of 10, the wire is a bit off. So it will go a bit like this or this. Now, if you simply cut sheets, you cut from this, from the front to the back, and it doesn't matter if the wire is out of the upright position. But if you should cut freehand, then that might be an issue. So how to solve it depends on in which angle the wire is. You can try and bend the metal bar, but maybe, just maybe, if it would be the case that most of the time, by the way, it's more like this. It's going like that direction. So what you could do is loosen up the wire and put it just alongside the opening and tighten it up. And then you gain roughly 2 millimeters on top, which might do the trick. You can also shorten this so it doesn't stick out. Then you have the whole range to work with. I hope this is not the case with your machine, but it's interesting to see if it is more or less out of sync. So maybe something we should check. Okay, then, finally, and this, not finally, very shortly, it's not good. Yes, I'm advertising for my own guiders, I must admit, but you see, I had to look this one up, couldn't find it anywhere, but it took a while, but here it is. And now I know why I don't use it, because it's not doing the job right. So get rid of this one and get yourself, or build yourself, a better fence. If sometimes people ask me, I am cutting, wait, let me do something. Let me do something. Okay, right. Okay, there we go again. Sorry for, this is all on the fly, guys. So, okay, you see, let's put him full. Now he's in full, it doesn't work. It doesn't. So sometimes people ask me, hey, I bought the machine, it doesn't work, the light is burning, and yeah, okay. A few things. The first thing is, did you turn this knob well? And 8 out of 10, they didn't. So if this one is just a little bit loose, you might disturb the flow of the electricity and you cannot cut. So that's one thing. If you work with a foot pedal, and I have a foot pedal here, every now and then I really do get a question. I have a foot pedal, it doesn't work. And most of the times I say, well, it does work, but maybe you should pull it in a little bit deeper. and mostly that will do the trick. Yeah, it does. If the wire, how about, and this is something I cannot prepare, but in some cases when you cut, at some point it doesn't heat, it stops, and then it turns on again, and off, and on, and off. And this is probably a sign that there is a lot of filth in here. And mostly if the wire snaps and you reconnect the wire in this hole, you might want to check underneath here at this copper little piece with the tiny hole. And many times after a few snaps of the wire, some of the wire will stick out, and those are rest pieces, and they also will interfere in the current within the machine. So when a wire snaps, before you replace the wire, check if there are any remains of the old wire and pull them out. And if you do not get the wire in because there's too much filth, just take a needle and you could go all the way through down and cleaning it up like that. So if you do not turn your machine off after cutting and you leave this on the machine like this blobby, then a piece of it gets liquid, it goes in the hole and it seals everything off, and it again can do something negative with the current. If therefore the hole is so small that you cannot get the wire in, take a needle, poke in it until you are all the way through, and then the opening is clear and you can reattach the wire again. Okie dokie, I think that's more or less it. The fence, well, I don't have to say anything about the fence, I guess. You can see it. There is a link below for other options when it comes to the fence. And if you are a handy girl or a handy guy, you can build one yourself. I hope you liked the video. I should say like and subscribe. I haven't got a clue why you should, but it might help me to finally make some more videos. Just to be fair, I think I'm off to a good start. So would be great. And I will start working on the next video soon. So thanks for watching. Have a lot of fun. And mind you, this is all very basic. I cannot wait to go on to the serious business of crafting stuff. So, but we first have to go through this, okay? See you soon.